right.
Here we are in Cloud's kingdom. The
You know how
Cloud Kingdom.
fitting this is?
What?
iPyre took out Cloud. Now we're at his kingdom. It's like Cloud has
I guess
risen.
so. We're
After his funeral pyre, he has risen. We are now in his kingdom.
We're really getting into a whole kind of metaphysical area here for StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of this metaphysical
Yes.
area is our Teal Protoss player from the team Alternate Attack, part of the conglomerate, once again, of aTn type. It is Socke. And in the top right part of the map, in the red, that's not red at all, is it? That's actually green. Oh, man. Let's just gloss over that one. It's Pyre from Infinity 7.
Yes.
Wow, Pyre played so well last game. Let's talk about that.
It was so good.
I know.
His attack was great. His follow-up was awesome.
Yeah.
Big all-in at the end, but it really succeeded. Knew just that he
did.
had done enough damage. His opponent needed to focus on nothing but economy from there on out. So
Detox.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was, if you ignore this portion of it up at the top, that just...
Looks like Socke got out of Detox, and he's ready to play the game then in that case.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. Great.
Well,
it's good.
Yeah.
I'm all about the healthy living.
I am as well.
That's right.
Well, Pyre now looks like he's continuing to construct his SCV, so it looks like he's going to bypass gas for the time being, go for a 1-Rex gasless fast expand. Socke, of course, picking this map. Pretty natural, similar to the Sandshore Mist that we were talking about before. Very, very good for 2-base Colossus pushes if he wants to go down that route.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, the 2-base Colossus has had such a big comeback lately in PvT. You've been seeing so many Protoss players going for it that it's something that Terran players have actually started kind of scouting and looking for again. I mean, you always do your kind of general scouting, but in the pro scene, there are sort of a set of assumed builds, it seems like, that you're going to see if you're a pro player. And that's kind of all been turned on its head. That there's that build, right?
Yeah.
That had been out there for a long time, but it didn't until recently come back. Squirtle, of course, at IPL 4 was using it a ton, and getting a lot of wins over players like Marine King. I believe he beat MMA with that on Sandshore Mists.
Yep.
Having a lot of success with it, yeah.
That's right. Actually, in consequent back-to-back matches there, so it took down 2 of the very best Terran players in the world. So we even saw this in Team Arena Challenge 2. In Control was using it on Daybreak in similar maps, and we were like, oh, wow, we haven't seen this in so long, but it's so effective.
It's super effective.
Pretty well. That's true.
It is. Pretty fast command center, 1 gate expand. Yep. Hopefully not. We don't want to get confused here. It's confusing enough already. And 1 Rax gasless expand. Man, I can't think today for some reason.
That's okay.
Coming out for Pyre, yeah, and he's going to go up to 3 barracks. Probably going to see 2 gases fairly soon afterwards to get those upgrades going. Could add on a 4th.
Yep.
Sandbox leaves the game as well, it looks like.
The infinite Sandbox has left the game,
Right.
indeed.
Ooh, nice deny on that scout.
Yep, well done. As it is pretty important to be able to make your way in and see how many barracks are up. We'll see some players. We've seen Marine King in Team Arena Challenge in the past go up to 5 barracks, make a push afterwards. We've seen, on the other hand, players like Thor saying, we'll just put down a 2nd barracks, double gas, and then can decide to go into super fast medevacs or prioritize upgrades. Really, just a lot at their disposal.
You know, the gas powering or the barracks powering builds are really something that you need to watch out for on this map as well, honestly, because it's so easy for Terran to bring their army up that ramp by the 3rd base and then come across on the level flat ground towards the Protoss natural as well. If you go for like 5 racks, big Marine push, or you go for 4 racks with kind of a little bit of a mix, you can get in there and do some damage. It's a very wide choke, and if the Protoss player is playing on a low sentry count, then you can take advantage of that. So yeah, Socke really, really wants to know. I'm sure we're going to see a robo from him very soon. Yeah, there it is right now, because he needs to get in there and see right away what he's up against because of the danger from that type of build.
And going for later gates 2 and 3 as well. He's invested in his economy. You'll see players, if they're feeling threatened, will go after that 2nd and 3rd gateway around 31, 32 supply, something along those lines, just to make sure they have enough units out to deflect against a push. Looks like we have a couple of problems in this game, but hopefully everything sorts itself out. Pyre, of course, going down a pretty predictable path, investing in that stim pack, adding on the Marauder count as well. Has a little bit of excess gas, though, so could prioritize medevacs right now, or at the very least start some sort of an engineering bay and move into some upgrades.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised he's not putting down a factory or anything like that right now. I mean, he certainly has the resources for it. He could be saving up gas for potentially 2 engineering bays for double upgrades as well, but I think in this situation, yeah, medevacs would be a little bit better. So the factory a little bit late for Pyre. As you can see, his money is high enough that he could have put down that factory a little while ago, but it's not going to hurt him too badly. He's got this push coming across the map, so he is going to be able to put a little bit of pressure on Socke, push him back just a little bit here.
Yeah, and how is Socke going to prepare? Looks like just a handful of sentries right now. You can't stop. Pretty amazing amount of units right at this choke point. If everything's in position, it looks like it will be for Socke. So no real surprises there. Pyre, in fact, going to lose that SCV. Starts to trudge around the back, though, as he wants to take on the force in this more even ground open expansion. Open path, I should say.
There is that observer out there above the army, though, so it's not going to be any sort of surprise. Oh, nice scan from Pyre, too, seeing that observer, knowing that he can't pursue that push and decide to take that out and just go home. So no real losses on either side, although losing that observer will be a bit irritating for Socke. He's going to need to make another one or two. Does he actually have a second one out? Some Protoss players have been kind of getting a couple out initially. Yeah, he does actually. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, it's good to have. I think especially with the build time decreased to 30 seconds with Chrono Boost, there's absolutely no reason not to get at least 2 observers immediately with that.
Robotic space coming up for Socke now. He has 8 workers ahead, but economies are going to be pretty similar to Mules, of course. Main difference being that he is taking quite a bit more gas for now. Yep. Pyre, though, is kind of split the difference between upgrades and, or I should say, barracks upgrades and conventional upgrades and add-ons. Everything coming at a pretty normal time. This is a very solid version of the build that's going to keep him adequately prepared against a pretty decent-sized push. Socke, though, it looks like he's just went for single forge while going after that robotic space. So this isn't going to be that very gross, disgusting 11-minute, 2.5 Colossus push. The third's kind of rallied up as you move across the map.
Right.
But it is certainly going to be a very strong variant with +1, possibly +1 armor done as well. Yeah,
I was going to say the other one you see quite a bit, it seems like, is the 1-1 with like 1 or 2 Colossi added onto that as well. Yeah. So he could go with just +1, but I think he is going to wait for that Colossi. Obviously, it'd be really, really bad to lose your army and then have nothing happen. All right, well, he caught a couple units there.
Yeah, and
not bad. Oh, he actually didn't kill those. Wow, did he save both those units? I think he lost
one Marine.
Yes,
and
not bad.
Very good job though. Yeah, by Pyre, he even risked that medevac there to jump out and make sure he was able to grab those units. Socke looks like he wants to reinforce on the left-hand side of the map, as we can see already one kind of forward pylon done. Not going to quite be enough for now, but now Socke starting to hit with those Colossi. Things are going to change very quickly now.
Yep, third command center on the way as well for Pyre, so continuing to try to play a little bit more defensively. He's got a push coming across the map right now to try to protect that that third base that he wants to take. And, you know, will it really do a whole lot? He's going to be able to look for that third, which, of course, is not going to be up. But I think he's going to be in another situation where he really can't push into Socke. He's got too strong of an army right now, and, yeah, Pyre immediately turning around and running away.
And let's see here now. Pyre putting up his third command center for the time being, adding on a couple of additional barracks. This will put him at 5 racks, double upgrades, and that reactored starport for now. So everything is looking as textbook, really, as a TVP can look. Not a lot of surprises, just relying on good macro and good solid play. Of course, Socke is one of the most solid players out there, though, and he himself is going to be on, let's see, 5 gates here momentarily, and a Twilight Council. This is a very interesting development. May mean that he wants to play a lot slower variety. We may even see another base.
I was going to say, yeah. Usually if you see that Twilight Council, then you're like, all right, so you're not going all in, I guess. No big 2-base all in with Colossi.
Nope.
That probe is not the probe that was sent to build that Nexus, interestingly enough.
No, that looked very weird to me for a second.
Yeah, I know.
Though.
The other one's like, all right, let me show you how to build a Nexus. You just walk up to it, and boom, Nexus.
Protoss apprenticeship program is very popular with the younger Protoss probes.
That's right. Build a Nexus in the summer.
Yeah.
It's fun. School's out. Yeah. School's out. Go and learn to warp things in.
It's pretty good. Pay's not so great, but the conditions.
Well, it's an internship, so you don't really expect it, right?
I suppose so.
It's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, the medevac getting caught. That's going to help. Every little medevac that gets taken out is going to be a nice little bonus. It makes the army overall a little bit weaker because there's going to be a little bit less healing.
He stimmed and ran out of Marauder and was like, wait, that's not the unit I meant to send out. Runs back and stims a Marine forward only to go to its death. But
well, he saw the army. I mean, that's what it was for. So, I like that. Just getting the rocks down very, very low and moving in right now. Are there enough Vikings to handle this? I don't know. This is going to be a pretty tough attack for Pyre to hold off.
That's right. That's 4 Vikings from around the side. It looks like one of these Colossi might fall, but the Viking numbers are actually getting quite low. Oh! All of them have gone down now. The Colossi have all survived.
Wow.
And we have a big advantage for Socke at the moment. He split this army in half. It's going to be difficult for Pyre to retreat and then be able to re-engage if he wants to make his way back in. So very well done by Socke. Pyre's going to do the smart thing and jump out of there. But the problem is that he still has to be able to get those units in position. Socke looks like he's going to be content, though, with just denying the third and killing that army.
Yeah, really looking at playing a slower game. I think he could have actually potentially just won the game right there, to be completely honest with you. I mean, he has 3 Colossi, he's got so many gateway units, and he's going to go for it. Yeah, he's going to shave off those SCVs so fast, there's going to be no repairing at all. Marines and Marauders on the high ground, but will it be enough? It doesn't look like it.
All right, well, one of the Colossi has finally gone down. The Vikings doing their job from the high ground. Very nice force fields, keeping so many of those SCVs at bay, and it looks like Socke is just going to be able to roll to victory here. Vikings going down, Colossi raining down quite a bit of terror, a sufficient amount of terror, I believe.
I think right now Socke is like, wait a minute, it can't. There's got to be something else going on here. Why is this so easy for me at the moment? It's causing him to play so carefully here. But no, Socke, it's true. It really is just a great situation for you right now. And yeah, he's moving in. He's like, all right, no drops, nothing out of the ordinary. I guess it's time.
Yeah, well, here comes Pyre now running out with whatever units he can. This Viking certainly being annoying, firing from the high ground there, and he may be able to pick off those Colossi finally, but Pyre's going to lose everything else. GG. There it is, GG. Socke taking a game back, and that does put us at 4-1 now. aTn just 1 game away from advancing and surviving in Team Arena Challenge 3.